This is January. He is a 60-year-old noble knight who's just now deciding to get married. January has recently come to the realization that a man without a wife is forever uncertain, and January decides if he is to get married, his wife must be younger than 20, as he hopes this will allow him to mold her the way he wants her to be. The old crickety knight goes to his good friends, Placebo and Justinius. Placebo applauds January. He is making a great choice. Justinius, however, advises January to be careful with younger, more likely unfaithful women. January then began thinking on whom the lucky gal who got to marry him would be. Quickly coming up with the decision, he called back his friends. The men decide on this beautiful maiden by the name of May would be married to January as soon as possible. On the wedding day, the two were married, and there was much grandiose celebration by all. That is, except for the knight's young squire, Damien, who was deeply pained to see January and May wed, for he was madly in love with May. One day, January wonders where Damien had gone. The other squires cover for him, saying he is sick. By chance, January tells May to go visit Damien and wish him a speedy recovery. While May was visiting Damien, he slipped her a note, revealing his true feelings for her. Upon reading this note, May fell for Damien and sent him a passionate reply. January had a garden, which he only had the key. One day, January goes blind. He becomes very jealous and protective of his wife, with never letting her leave his side. May was very distraught because of her love for Damien, and she couldn't see him. Damien also had become very sorrowful, so they created a secret signals to communicate without January knowing. May then went and made a mold of the key that went to January's important garden, and Damien casted a copy of the key. After this, with some persuasion from May, January takes her into the garden for a stroll. May signals Damien to go ahead with the key copy, and then he hid in a bush. Seeing Damien again, she signals Damien to climb into the pear tree. Pluto, king of fairyland, and his wife, Queen Proserpina, descended into the garden. Pluto says he wishes to restore January's vision, so he could see the treachery. May said she would really like a pear. January gets down on all fours so May can reach the tree. She climbs up to meet Damien. Pluto saw this happen and gave January his sight back. January is outraged. May says it was the only thing that she could do to restore his vision. May then says that his eyes were playing tricks on him. January forgives her and she comes down into his joyful embrace. The end.